There's the old saying, "'Tis more blessed to give than to receive." And there is truth in the blessings about giving. Absolutely no question about that. But this past weekend, I was the opportunity to share a message with a congregation, filling in for their pastor on the gospel reading from Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 through 30. It's traditionally known as the parable of the talents, one of Jesus' parables. And after I got done with the parable and last on Sunday evening, I realized there was something about that I wished I had made clearer, because it's important, especially as we think about the holiday of Thanksgiving, which is coming up on November 23rd here in the United States, this year on November 23rd, and the season of gift giving with the holidays for Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's and Kwanzaa and whatever else you may be celebrating. So, thinking about that parable, if you're not familiar with it, it's a story about a master who goes on an extended trip and gives assets from his life, entrusts them to three servants. And one servant gets 5 talents, another one gets two, and the third one gets 1 talent. Well, the master goes away, and the servant with servants with 5 and 2 talents put these talents to use, and risking them even to the point of risking losing all of it. But they do have a gain. And the servant with 1 talent doesn't want to risk losing anything. So he does what anybody would have done in his day and age to keep something safe, and that is bury it, because there were no safety deposit boxes or vaults or anything like that. In those days, the safest thing to do was to bury it. So when the master comes back, he calls in these servants, and the ones with 5 talents and 2 talents have each doubled the amount that they received. And so the master is very pleased with them. And the one with 1 talent comes back and expects to be thanks for keeping the master's funds safe. But he's not. And the reason is that the master had entrusted him with this gift and he didn't use it at all. And as I got to thinking about that, the parable says something really important about the cycle of receiving and giving. See, the problem with the third servant was he was not a grateful receiver of the gift that he had received. And to back up a moment, a talent in Jesus' day was a sum of money. It was worth 6,000 denarii, and one denarius was the average wage of a common laborer for one day. So, working 6 days out of the week, not on the Sabbath, 6,000 denarii, if I get the plurals correct, was worth about 20 years worth of salary. For us, if you had a annual salary of $50,000, and I'm picking that to make the math simple and easy, $50,000, 20 years of that's $1 million. And double that for 2 million for 2 talents and 5 million for 5 talents. So each of these servants got a substantial sum. Most all of us would be very happy receiving $1 million and, being entrusted with that to use it, much less 2 million and 5 million. So this one servant with the $1 million did not trust the giver, did not receive that as a wonderful gift, showing as a sign of the love, care, and confidence that the giver had in him. Every gift that we receive has a giver. Everything in our life has a giver. The ability to see and to hear, to do all of these things, the things that come naturally to us, the things that we've earned, All of these things have a giver. Are you a grateful receiver from God, Spirit, universe, from family, from friends? And I'm not talking just about presents that you receive. I'm also talking about the daily activities, the the respect and love that you may have, hopefully have, from other people in your life. Are you a grateful receiver? When we become grateful receivers, that empowers us to be more blessed givers. We give out of response to the goodness and the things that we have received. So, as you celebrate Thanksgiving this year, whether it is on November 23rd, as in the United States, or some other time in your culture, or just every day, think about how grateful you are and gracious you are as a receiver. Or do you say, no, thank you, I don't need that, I can do it on my own, I can do, me type of thing. Can you be a gracious receiver? Being a more gracious receiver will empower you to be a more blessed giver as well. And it is blessed to give knowing that we have been so blessed as a receiver. It's a cycle. We need to be both a receiver, a grateful receiver, as well as a blessed giver. So thank you for what you have given to me, being an audience for my podcast, watching this video, whoever you are, whatever you've done. Thank you for what you have given to me. I receive that with gratitude and with a great deal of humility that you do that. So, and now that empowers me to keep going and to be more giving to you as well in these ways. God's blessings, God's peace, spirit, universe to each and every one of you for a time of thanksgiving, giving thanks, as well as for being a blessed giver. Until next time, peace.